Young Adult Podcast.
Welcome to Cornerstone Youth and Young Adults Podcast 174. Pastor Lucas here.
Pastor Aaron, what's up, everybody?
Coming at you from Cornerstone Church in the recording studio.
That's right. We're ready to go. You ready?
I'm ready to go. You want to get the picks in?
Let's go to the picks.
All right, who will win?
It's time for the picks.
All right, first, I picked wrong again. I'm not having a good year. I'm 3-4. You are 4-3.
4-3.
And Fred is 7-0.
Yeah. Crazy.
The Lions are on a bye.
Yeah.
And so what we're going to do, because the Lions aren't playing, we're going to pick what we think are going to be the winners of the other three teams in the NFC North.
Yeah. So I'm curious, how is this going to score for us? Because there's 3 games.
Then we'll potential to go 3-0.
Okay.
Or 0-3.
Okay. All right.
Or 1-2.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you text your father about what we're doing?
I did. I texted him less than 10 minutes ago.
And he hasn't responded yet, has he?
He just texted me. He's a little confused about the question. So I think he's going to figure it out. We'll see if we have him by the end of the segment.
All right, I think I got my picks, though.
Okay.
All right, so the Vikings play the Chargers in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Los Angeles are right now favored by 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm going with a Vikings loss.
Same. Vikings loss. Take the L, Vikings.
Yeah. Take it, and hold it close.
Hold it close. Take it. I think Justin Herbert is kind of coming along. He's looking better than I think the record shows, and I only know that because he's on my fantasy team, and he's been doing pretty well, fantasy-wise.
He has?
He has, yeah.
Okay. Did they win last week, the Chargers?
I don't remember, but he did pretty good.
All right.
He had like 3 touchdown passes and 250-some yards. Maybe more than that. So
you're betting on the Chargers because Herbert's going to do it for him.
Herbert's going to do it for him.
All right, I'm right there with you. All right, then we got Bears at Ravens.
Bears at Ravens.
This line was shocking.
Yeah, the Ravens are 1-5, and I can't believe they're favored so highly to beat the Bears.
They're favored to win by 6.5 points.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
So I'm guessing based on that people are believing Lamar Jackson is going to be back.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams still doesn't look all that great.
I agree.
As a matter of fact, I started him in my fantasy this week, and he got me 7 points. So that tells you right there that he didn't put up numbers. He didn't throw the ball very much, and he didn't do much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Bears loss.
I'm going to go with the Bears loss too.
Here we go.
Bears loss.
And
Bears take the L.
We're supposing Lamar Jackson plays.
Right. If Lamar Jackson doesn't play, I think the Bears will win.
Then we got Green Bay at the Steelers. We've got Aaron Rodgers playing the Green Bay Packers. This might be his first time he's playing the Green Bay Packers since leaving the Green Bay Packers.
Did he play him once as the Jets?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because he was injured. I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, it appears the Green Bay Packers are favored by 3.5 points over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now this one's interesting. I'm going to go with the Packers victory.
Okay.
I just think they're better. They're just a better team.
I agree. I think they're a better team. But I'm actually going to go with the Packers loss.
Okay. So we're different there.
We're different there.
All right.
Here, can I give my reason?
Yeah, totally.
I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to want the win more than Jordan Love, especially because they're coming off a tough loss to Joe Flacco and the Bengals.
They're upset.
And I think they're
the yo-yo effect.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think the yo-yo effect's going to come in.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to pull it out and beat the Packers.
Ooh, okay. Now, is your dad texting you?
He just texted me.
Does he have picks for the 3 NFC North teams?
He does. They're the exact same as you. He says Bears lose, Vikings lose, Packers win.
Okay. There you go. Well, my goodness. Here we go, folks. All right. For our culture clash this week.
Culture clash.
We're going to do something slightly different from last week, which is we're picking each have our own culture clash view.
That's right.
All right. Let's get to culture clash.
Man, that clashes with my biblical worldview.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go first.
All right. Culture Clash this week is Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. It's getting hard as a Christian to enjoy myself some Taylor Swift. I'm getting concerned for my daughters.
Yeah.
Who like listening to Taylor Swift. Her new album, something about She's a Showgirl. Sorry, I can't remember the name of the album. The Life of a Showgirl?
I can't remember. I'll be honest. I've listened to 0 songs off of her new album.
Well, I've listened to one song.
Okay.
It's not something young people should be listening to. It's definitely not something Christians should be listening to. This is what happens, Pastor Aaron.
Okay.
Well, the song's called Wood.
Okay.
Which is a sexual innuendo for you know what.
Yeah.
And this is what happens, my friend. This is how it always happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is, it starts off with this little country girl singing on some sort of folky stage, and she's cute, and she's singing about childish things, and then she grows up, and she's no longer singing about fun, childish life.
Yeah.
It is explicit.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, most of the songs in this album on Spotify have an E by them, which means explicit.
Yeah, which means I couldn't even listen to them on Spotify.
You can't. You have the like
Yeah.
filter.
Yeah, the like explicit content is turned off on my Spotify account.
So
yeah, I couldn't even pull them up.
and that's my culture clash. Taylor Swift is clashing with my biblical worldview.
And you know what's unfortunate about that one, Pastor Luke?
A lot. What do you have to say though?
So here's what I was going to say is that I agree. Taylor Swift used to be, honestly, someone that I could just listen to.
Yeah.
You know, even like when I was in high school, you know, me and my friends would jam, especially that old school T Swift. You know, we'd sit there and we could be listening. And now it's just like I don't even want to listen to T Swift.
You know, I'm afraid of the Swifties though.
Well, that's okay. They can do whatever they want. I'm not afraid of the Swifties. You can come at me. It's okay.
That's quite the dedicated army of
It
fans.
is. It is.
Yeah, I took them on.
You did. You did.
Sorry, everybody, but she's clashing with my biblical worldview these days.
Yeah. All right. I got a culture clash that's. I debated about bringing this up because it's a little bit different than I think what our initial vision for culture clash is going to be all about.
Oh well, you're already diverting.
I'm
off
already.
vision.
I know, and we're only 2 segments in.
But reel you back in. What you got?
I thought this was interesting, and it is definitely clashing with culture, but kind of in a good way. All right.
Talk to me.
So I read this article this morning that in the past 5 years and a huge jump in the past, I think it was 1.5 years, of Gen Z and church attendance.
Ooh, I've seen this.
And
witnessed it. I've read it. I've seen it. Let's go.
That there has been this for a long time, that the number one age group of people in the church with consistent church attendance is older people.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, in the past 5 years, there's been a huge jump, and they've seen it spike in the last year. That Gen Z and this article that I read called them Zoomers. I'm not sure why. I think they're like the generation that's kind of like me. Like, we're not quite millennials, and we're not quite Gen Z.
Yeah, you're a Zoomer, huh?
Apparently. I didn't even know that was a term, but that's what it's read in the article.
Okay.
That they are the highest in church attendance right now, like out of all the generations.
Wow.
On a monthly basis, I have, here it is. It's from Barna Research. So Gen Z, this is on an average of how many times a month they go. 1.9. Millennials is 1.8. Gen X, 1.6. Boomers, 1.4. Elders, 1.4. So
wow. So Gen Z is topping them all.
Gen Z is topping with.
Do you know what is the age of Gen Z right now?
It's most people I'd say it's probably like my age, like late 20s to late teens right now.
Okay, so maybe like 16 to 29 or
Yeah.
like 17 to 28.
Yeah,
Something
kind
like
of
that.
somewhere right in there. Depending on when, there's like every website has a little bit different definition of it, but that's kind of the general consensus that I would say. And I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to bring it up in Culture Clash because I think that we're seeing, this is why I wanted to bring it up. I almost didn't, but we're seeing that Gen Z is realizing there is so many things in the news, on social media, things that are clashing with a biblical worldview, and they're getting sick of it. And they're saying, our world is falling apart. Let me go back to something that is solid,
A firm foundation.
and they're coming back to church, and ultimately they're coming back to God.
Yeah.
Which I thought was pretty awesome.
I'm witnessing a lot of these people bringing their families to church too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought it was cool because I could see it in our church. You know, I could see all of a sudden where there's people that are my age that I went to high school with, or even in youth group when I was in youth ministry and Ignited, and then I haven't seen them. I went off to college or when I got a job, and I haven't seen them in 6, 7, 8 years.
6, 7. You said it, not me.
I was seeing if you're gonna catch it. And then all of a sudden they're back in church, and not only they're back, but they're married, they're bringing their wife, they're bringing their kids, they're bringing their husbands, and these young families coming in, and I think it's awesome. So there you go.
That is a culture clash, but in the right way.
Ah,
nice.
Yeah. So
All right.
there we have it.
You ready for Bible talk?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do some Bible talk.
I love me some Bible talk.
5 myths about Halloween. Separating superstition from history. You see that right there?
I see it.
I've got 3 myths with the actual truth.
Yep.
You've got 2 myths
2 myths.
with the actual truth.
That's right.
What we want to do now is take on the biggest monster we've ever taken on before in the history of the Youth and Young Adults podcast here at Cornerstone Church, and that's the controversy of Halloween and Christianity.
That's right.
Wow. All right, what we want to do with the remaining time that we have in the podcast is not spend our time giving opinions or telling people what to do.
Yep.
What we actually want to do is talk about truth.
Yeah.
The truth.
Yep.
The truth is really nice.
Sure is.
And it has a way of helping people, I think. So what we want to do is simply read off to you the myth with the truth. Then you can decide what you want to do with Halloween. All right? Just make a decision. Whatever you want to do. I know, honestly, Pastor Aaron, I'm not the megaphone for either side.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yep.
Just
I
'cause
don't think I am either. Like,
I'm really not. I'm not the megaphone for go on out there, just celebrate Halloween. Just celebrate Halloween. I'm not the megaphone for that, but I'm also not the megaphone for avoid Halloween.
Yeah.
Avoid it. Don't celebrate Halloween. I'm not the megaphone for either. So we're just gonna read it.
yep.
Then you decide what you want to do. So these are 5 myths about Halloween.
Here we go.
Myth number.
I was really scared that was going to light on fire.
I think I'm just gonna flip them after
All right.
we're done with them. All right. Myth number 1, which is trick-or-treating started with pagan druids demanding offerings and threatening curses. Apparently that's, that people believe that, but that's not true. What happened then? What's going on here? What is up with trick-or-treating? So let me read this to you. The familiar custom of trick-or-treating is a far cry from anything pagan. It most likely developed from Christian practices in medieval Europe known as souling and guising. During souling, the poor, often children, would go door to door or on or around All Souls Day, November 2nd, offering prayers for the deceased in exchange for small cakes or food. The exchange was seen as a work of charity, not a demand or curse. In Scotland and Ireland, guising involved children dressing up, carrying lanterns, and performing songs or jokes for treats. It was a lighthearted folk custom that blended remembrance with community celebration. These traditions crossed the Atlantic with Irish and Scottish immigrants and eventually evolved into the American Halloween custom we know today, an evening of fun, not a revival of druidic practices. There's number one.
That was good.
That's good. I want to try to get better. I want to go better. Maybe I'll crumple it up and just throw it at the camera.
Yeah, well, I got to watch you do it twice, so that's what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
All right. All right. The first myth that I got here is Samhain was a Celtic god of the dead, and Halloween secretly celebrates this demon. It's quite a myth. It's quite a statement. That
is quite the statement. I've never heard of this man named Samhain.
Neither have I.
But the other part of it sounds good. Like
I've heard that before.
I've heard that before.
All right. This claim is completely false, as the word Samhain simply means summer's end. In Old Irish, it referred to the changing of seasons and not a god or a demon. The idea of Samhain as a pagan deity began with bad 18th and 17th century scholarship, who speculated about a Celtic god named Samhain. No such figure appears in genuine Celtic mythology. Later writers repeated the error, and some Christian tracts picked it up uncritically, but there is no historical supports to the existence of a Lord of the Dead named Samhain. At most, there's a minor folklore character connected to the seasonal change, not evil or demonic worship. Even the actual Celtic Samhain festival was about marking the year's end and harvest, not veneering to spirits or practicing witchcraft.
Okay. Nice. Very nice.
There we go.
Number 3. Jack-o'-lanterns are occult symbols used to summon evil spirits. I feel like I've kind of heard something like that before.
Yep.
All right, so what is going on here? So jack-o'-lanterns come from Irish folklore, not from occult rituals. According to an old tale, a trickster named Stingy Jack once deceived the devil, but was barred from both heaven and hell, condemned to wander the night with only a glowing coal inside a carved turnip. He became known as Jack of the Lantern. To ward off Jack's ghost or other spirits, people began carving faces into turnips or beets and placing candles inside, a way to scare off evil, not invite it. When Irish and Scottish immigrants brought this custom to America, pumpkins proved more plentiful and easier to carve, giving rise to the modern jack-o'-lantern. Far from a tool of witchcraft, the lantern became a symbol of folklore, storytelling, and autumn tradition, mix of superstition and play, not a pagan or demonic emblem. So it is nice to know that where the jack-o'-lantern or the pumpkin carving kind of came from.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun to know. Actually.
Yeah, that's cool. I actually never knew that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. That's why we're letting everybody know.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh,
that was a good one.
I hit the camera. That was cool.
All right, this one is one that I feel like I've definitely heard this myth before. All right, here we go. Halloween began as a pagan festival honoring the devil or the dead.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that rephrased or said many times, something like that. All right, here we go. This is the truth historically. In truth, Halloween's roots are Christian, not pagan. The name comes from All Hallows Eve, the holy day before All Saints' Day, which is November 1st. Feast the early church established to honor the saints and remember the faithful departed. There's no evidence this had anything to do with devil worship. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III moved All Saints' Day to November 1st, likely for practical or liturgical reasons, not to Christianize a pagan event. Well, at some point, the Celtic Harvest Festival at Samhain, wow, that was a really bad sentence. Let me start over. While some point to the Celtic Harvest Festival, Samhain, historians note that Samhain was a seasonal observance marking the end of summer and not a Day of the Dead or a ritual to honor demons. Medieval sources don't show any October 31st or November 1st as a major pagan holiday. In fact, early Christians in Celtic lands actively suppressed lingering pagan customs rather than blending them. So historically, Halloween grew out of a Christian holy day, focusing on honoring God's saints and praying for the departed, not pagan or satanic worship.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like this phrase that, in fact, the early Christians in Celtic lands actively suppressed lingering pagan customs. Instead of blending them together.
I agree. That's cool.
I thought that was a good point.
Yeah, that's like the step.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
All right. Here is my last one. Here's the myth. Halloween is a night of heightened demonic activity when witches and spirits roam free. All right, so we're just going to kind of read this last one and then share a little bit more thoughts, and we'll be good to go. So there's no historical or biblical evidence that October 31 holds special power for evil spirits. The idea of Halloween as a night when hell has free reign grew from folklore, fiction, and fear, not from scripture. While Halloween imagery includes ghosts and witches, those symbols come from storytelling traditions and popular culture. In older Christian Europe, there were folk beliefs about souls in purgatory appearing near All Souls Day, but these were legends, not doctrine. Even modern data doesn't support claims of increased occult activity on Halloween, apart from the usual human mischief or vandalism. Evil doesn't wait for a calendar date. As 1 Peter 5:8 reminds us, the devil prowls around like a roaring lion every day. So the darkness people fear on Halloween is mostly symbolic, and how we treat the day reflects our intent, not some unseen curse. For most, it's simply a celebration of costumes, community, and candy, not of demons. Okay, I do agree with that. For most.
Yeah.
It is simply a celebration of costumes, community, and candy.
Yeah.
But there is another small portion of people. Now, I don't even know if the right word is small. Maybe it is large. There is a portion of people that take advantage of this day. It's their day to worship Satan, do their incantations, call up the dead, maybe spread curses over neighborhoods, try to somehow meditate and get something from the, I don't know, from the universe, so to speak.
Yeah.
They will use this day as their day. It's their heightened holiday of satanic worship. No doubt about it. That happens on October 31st.
Yeah.
But I think the majority of people, it's just costumes, candy, and community.
Yeah.
Really, it is.
Yeah.
And so, how then, after hearing some of these facts, I wonder if it changes some of your guys' thoughts. I wonder if it helps a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely, helps me because this was actually something me and my wife were just talking about last week, 2 weeks ago. Obviously, we have a 1-year-old daughter, so, it's not like she's going to be doing too much trick-or-treating at 1 year old. But we were talking about, hey, what are we going to do as she gets older, as our family grows? Are we going to go out trick-or-treating on Halloween, and we're going to do something else? Are we just going to, how are we going to kind of flow in this, work with this? And, we were both like not super opinionated either way. I grew up trick-or-treating probably till I was like 8 or 9, maybe 10. And then we stopped doing it. My wife trick-or-treated all the way up until, last year.
Last year. Really?
Not quite, but
okay.
But like she's like, I don't know, like I don't have a really strong opinion about it. That goes either way, and so just getting some of these facts and hearing it, I feel like it will help us to make a good decision for our family, of how we're gonna roll with this holiday.
Yeah. Hey, you decide what you're gonna do, but let me say this: the truth is out there.
There it is.
So don't deny the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's been great to be with you today, audience.
It's been a good one.
How'd you describe this one?
This one, I don't know. This one was fun.
Bag of candy?
Big bowl of candy.
Big bowl of candy. Nice. That's the only way to roll, right?
That's the only way to go.
That's the only way to go right
Yeah.
now. All right, everybody. Catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast.